Hey guys, I'm going to talk you through the first tiered task for the week, which is called Invitation to Notice. So going forward for the next 2 weeks at least, we're going to be looking at a few different genres. Last week we looked at like media, like TV. This week we're going to look at dialogue. If you did playwriting in 10th grade, it's basically just that, where you have two characters talking to each other. But we're going to try to do that in the vein of coming of age, so themes about growing up, some of the things people go through as they transition from being kids to being adults, and we chose to give you guys a scene from Romeo and Juliet, so I hope you guys enjoy it. So the very first thing you need to do is click on the assignment. I wrote you a little description about what you need to do, and basically to summarize, this is going to be your worksheet, and there's also going to be the reading, and once you've done the reading, there is a link to the scene from Romeo and Juliet from a movie. This is from the version called Romeo plus Juliet. It came out, wow, like 25 years ago. So it's like a more modern take on it, but they use the original Shakespearean language. So let's just look at this task, and I'm going to kind of walk you through how to do it. So the first task is you're going to read the aim and objective above, and in your own words, what is your purpose for reading the dialogue mentor text today? So the aim is, what are the distinguishing characteristics of this genre, and how do we write dialogue? And the objective is to analyze a mentor text in order to identify the content, or the what, and the structure, the how, of a dialogue. So basically, you're going to have to come up with, why are we doing this? Okay, so if we're looking for distinguishing characteristics, it means we're looking at what makes dialogue different than a regular story, different than a poem, right? So it's going to just make you try to think through, like, okay, well, why am I doing this? So you're going to write that there, like 1 or 2 sentences. Next is task 2. You're going to read and annotate the mentor text. The mentor text is a PDF, so you can't really annotate it like maybe you would a Google Doc with the comments feature, but you can read it and take some notes. So to do this, you're going to click on the PDF, and you're going to notice a few different things. First of all, it's a page, right? And you see Romeo and Juliet talking, and you're going to notice that the words they're using are like really crazy. That's because this is like 500 years old. So they're written in the original Shakespearean language, but after you read a page, the next page is the same scene, the same part, but it's written in modern language. So wherever you see "No Fear Shakespeare," that means that they've written it in a way that you can understand. So the first page is original, the next page, it's modified so that it's a little bit easier. So you have a choice. You can either read both, or you can just read the modern version, right? But you're going to see some of the same things, right? You're going to notice Juliet and Romeo are taking turns talking. So I might write that as a note. So let's see, which one of these words could I use to talk about what's going on here? A dialogue incorporates lines from each character as they talk, just for example. When I actually read what's going on in the scene, okay, I'll just give you a little preview. The scene is basically Romeo and Juliet meeting, falling in love, and then talking about like how they want to kiss each other, right? So I might say something like, the dialogue introduces the love story between Romeo and Juliet. Okay, it provides information about how they are attracted to each other. They talk a lot about their lips. So you're just going through, and it's a combination of like, how does it look, right? And what are they talking about? That's it. So, take some notes. I want to see a fair amount here. I would say about half this box minimum. Then, task 3, based on the annotations of your analysis of the dialogue or mentor text, what will you have to write about in your own dialogue? So, what I want here is, based on what you read, what do you think you're going to have to write, okay? Obviously, you're going to have to write a dialogue. Obviously, you're going to have to write about something related to, like, growing up, maybe falling in love, maybe some big change happening, right? I'm kind of giving you the answer here. So, follow the exemplar. This one's based on, like, doing a recipe, but if you follow that, you can kind of see what we're looking for here. Next is extra credit. This is probably going to be pretty easy because it's about central idea or the claim. So like, what is the main idea of the reading? And then the reflection. So obviously the most important parts are going to be your annotations, where you describe what's going on. And then the task 3, which is, what are you going to have to do? And I really want to like clarify, you don't have to write a love story dialogue, but you should be sort of getting the idea that Romeo and Juliet are falling in love, they're going through something big, they're experiencing something that they've never experienced before, and obviously if you know the story of Romeo and Juliet, a lot of bad things are about to happen. So please let me know if you need help with this. I know it feels like a little bit like, what? But my goal is that you engage with it, that you just try to see what's going on in this text by yourself and see if you can figure that out. Okay, this is kind of like what English majors do. And, you know, you've got that No Fear Shakespeare, so use that, watch the scene. You're kind of going to get an idea of what's going on. And, yeah. So I hope that this is okay. Let me know if you need help, and I will talk to you later.